This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, all. Till now, we created resources using portal, right? Azure portal. Example, if you observe here, we use a different resources. We are trying to create different resources using Azure portal. But real time, we need to use some automation. Example, let us try to recap our application delivery cycle, software development life cycle. Developer, and build, deployment, and some environments, right? Suppose if you want to access any application, right? Example, let us try take any application here. This is the Ola application. Here they are trying to develop some code, right? Here they are trying to develop some code. So whatever options they develop as a user, we are trying to access these options, right? These are the different options we are trying to access. Okay. For this, generally developer will develop the code. Developer develop the code. Once it is done, we need to deploy this code into the after multiple stages. We'll try to deploy into the some environments. Right? This is one area. But before that, before deploying the code, we need to have some environments. Example, let us take some general example. Suppose if you want to use some Excel, MS Office Excel, first we need to have some laptop. In that we need to have an operating system, right? Also we need to install some packages, right? MS Office as well. These steps first we need to complete. Then only we can use our application, right? You can use Excel. You can access Excel. Example, Excel application. Same way, so before deploying code, we need to have some infra as well. We need to have our infrastructure as well, whether it is server, right? Web app, Docker, whatever tool it is, Kubernetes, or some other network storage, different things, right? We need to have that. Then only we can deploy our code into this infrastructure. We can access our application then. Right? Then only we can access our application. Okay. Example, if you want to create some server, right? We are going to the portal here. From here, we are trying to access, create our servers. But if you want to create 100 servers or 1000 servers, right? Here I need 1000 servers for this environment. Dev environment, I need 1000 servers. Right? Here I need 1000 servers QA environment. Here I need 1000 servers in prod environment. Prod, QA, different environments. Right? At that time, it's very difficult to manage. At that time, it's very difficult to manage this scenario. Also, let us take one more scenario. So, three-tier application. Generally, we are observing this three-tier application, right? Web layer, app layer, Ola application only. Internal structure, let us observe. Internal Ola, there are different services or servers. Web servers, they need web server, right? App servers, DB servers. Let's imagine we are trying to set up entire Ola application. Enter this Ola application. This Ola application. For that, we are trying to set up backend environment. Okay. Here we need to have different servers, number of servers. We need to create some 1000 servers. We are seeing that 1000 servers here, 1000. Okay. Also, each server need to they need to use some storage. Right? Storage. Also, We need to place the servers in the one VNet, right? First, we need to create one VNet. Let me start with subscription itself, right? Subscription. This is the subscription. Right? Subscription and resource group. We need to create one resource group. Resource group. Resource group. Okay. And after that, we need to have some VNet. We observed, right? Previously, we observed all these things. One VNet, virtual network. Here we need to create. Under this, we are placing some, these are subnets. Let us say web subnet, app subnet, DB subnet. This is web subnet, app subnet, DB subnet. Right. Also, DB subnet, database server subnet. Next, we need to access this application, right? Before that, we need to secure our entire network as well. Here, whenever you are trying to access this application, we are saying that all the teams should connect through one jump box only. Let us say some jump box. They need to connect on jump box only. Here you can say some jump box or Bastion host, you can say. Also, we can place some management servers. We can ignore it for now, right? Okay. So here we need to access. Whenever users are trying to access this application, this is for only internal teams. If they want to connect the servers, right, they should not connect in individual access, right? They need to go through this jump box only, right? And suppose if the persons need to connect this Ola application, right? They want to connect this Ola application. They need to connect with some load balancer. Right? They need to connect with some load balancer. Here we need external load balancer. So whatever load balancer you are using, right? Whether it is application load balancer, front door, whatever, right? External load balancer, let me say. Right? Also here, internal load balancers we can use for doing internal TCP IP load balancer we can use. Let me say internal load balancer. Right? Internal load balancer. Okay. Okay. Also, we need to protect our traffic as well. For that, we can create some network security groups. Right? Network security groups. Using these groups, we can allow the traffic or restrict the traffic. Right? For web server, we can say that allow the traffic from external world. Right? For app and DB, we can say that allow the traffic from only internal traffic only. Right? We should not allow the traffic from external world. Right? In these conditions, we can mention it, this NSGs. Right? NSG, Network Security Group. Right? Okay. Next, we need a storage, right? Also monitoring. We need monitoring. Monitoring. We need to set up monitoring. Auditing, like log analytics workspace. Auditing, right? Security, right? Different things we can do. So all these things you want to set up, right? You need to go with our portal. From here, we need to set up this scenario. Whatever steps we mentioned, right? So we can create with our portal. Just go to the portal. We need to click next, right? So then only we can complete. But it may take long time, right? Because here we are saying that 1,000 servers each layer. Web servers 1,000 servers, app servers 1,000 servers, DB 1,000 servers. Also, we are saying that different components. Right? Also, we need to integrate these components as well. While integrating, we may get some conflicts issues also. If you are not doing any mistakes, right? We may get some issues also. Okay, let us say you implemented manually. All the steps you implemented manually, right? Let us say this is the first attempt you implemented all the steps, right? Second attempt, and first after implementing first attempt, you observe some mistakes, like you need to do some changes, right? We need to do some changes. For that, you are doing some changes, right? Here you did some changes, web layer, also DB layer, you did some changes. You did changes at web layer and web DB layer. But these are very difficult to manage the track, right? Whatever changes you did, right? It's very difficult to manage the track. Suppose whatever changes you did in second attempt, those are wrong. Let us assume those are wrong. Again, you need to come back to the first version, right? It's very difficult to manage with the manual processor, right? Manual processor. For this, instead of creating manual way, we can use automation. We can call it as infrastructure as code. Infrastructure as code. Currently, we are using infrastructure as code, right? Right? Infrastructure as code. Mhm. Whatever steps you are creating, right, we can keep in the one script file. And here, instead of here developer, here we can say some here Azure engineer. Some Azure engineer, he is working, is trying to create this environment. Let us say instead of this, you can say some each environment. This layer will be there. Dev environment, web app DB. Web app DB. Each environment, we are trying to zoom out this environment. Let us imagine, right? This is for only dev environment. Let us imagine. This is only for dev environment, right? This is only for dev environment, right? Okay. So if you want to create this environment, right? Only dev environment. This is the one. This is the environment. So same way, if you are trying to create your the automation, right? We can create one script file here. That one we can call it as in Azure. We can call ARM template. ARM nothing but Azure Resource Manager. ARM template. Azure Resource Manager. Azure Resource Manager. One more option is there, Biceps, right? We can discuss once it is done. Once ARM template is done, we can here we can have two types. One is JSON, other one is Biceps, right? Currently we are discussing about JSON ARM templates. Later we can see Biceps as well, right? We can see the difference between JSON as well as Biceps. Two types. JSON templates, right? JSON, Biceps, Biceps. Right? Okay. Okay. Now, so we need to create. Instead of creating manual way in this way, just whatever steps you need, right? We'll try to create a script here. We'll try to create a script. That one we are calling it as ARM template here. Right? ARM template. ARM template. Right? Here you can mention the steps. Like I need servers, right? I need web servers. Let us say web servers here. I need app servers. I need DB servers. Let us say different requirements, right? Whatever requirements are there, you can mention. Just imagine if it is a script also, it's very difficult to create single person. It's a huge environment, right? Entire your company environment, like entire Ola environment, we are trying to infrastructure environment, we are trying to create now, right? For entire Ola. It's very difficult to create with a single person. At that time, we need to work with multiple persons. Instead of single Azure engineer, we need to work with multiple engineers. Right? Multiple engineers. Right? Azure engineer 1, 2, and 3 different engineers. So first engineer will create web layer. Let us imagine. First engineer will create web layer, second engineer app layer, third engineer DB layer. Once they are done, they need to integrate their work as well. For this integration purpose, to avoid mistakes and conflicts, we can use Git. We can store our code in the Git. Right? We can store our code in the Git version control. So these topics will be covered in the DevOps area, right? Git and deployment techniques. Right? We can cover in the DevOps. Okay. So we'll try to store the script in the ARM templates here. Right? So whenever you are storing template or script, here we'll try to create versions. Let us say ARM-V1 version 1. So first attempt you implemented web app DB. Let us say ARM V2. Second attempt you created other components. Let us say like load balancers. Right? Second attempt you created load balancers. So here you implemented web app DB. These layers you created. Second attempt you created load balancers. Right? Let me say third attempt ARM2 version 2 version 3, right? Some monitoring. Let us say you implemented monitoring. In this way we will try to implement all the solutions as well. Right? Suppose if you did any mistake, right, we can go to that particular version, we can revert that as well. Right? We can revert that as well. Okay. So in this way, suppose if these people are doing any mistake also, we can record that as well. Right? Okay. Next steps. Okay. Let us implement next steps. Let me open PPT as well. Right? ARM templates. Coming to the Azure, so you can observe different steps. Currently, we observed entire network, right? Entire network. You can observe these scenarios as well. Azure entire architecture, entire architecture, architecture, multi-region, right? Yeah, different architectures. We can create with different architecture. Right? Different architectures we can create with example these type of architectures, right? We can use ARM templates instead of creating manually. We can use ARM templates. We can use that. So ARM we need to use only the you are using in an environment only. You are using Azure cloud only. Right? Suppose in your environment you are using multiple clouds, Azure, AWS, Google. Then it's better to go with Terraform. It's better to go with Terraform instead of ARM templates. We can use Terraform. Right? Suppose if you are using AWS cloud, right? At that time we can use AWS cloud formation. Different methods are there, but agenda is same, concept is same. Right? So all the clouds you can use Terraform. If you are using multi-cloud hybrid environment, we can use Terraform. If it is AWS only AWS, you can use cloud formation. If it is only Azure, we can use ARM templates. ARM templates. If it is only Azure, we can use ARM templates. Right? Okay, next steps. So first, like if you are trying to automate, right? First, we need to decide these factors, whether we need to go for ARM templates or common solution, Terraform. Right? Okay, just observe the Terraform. Here it will give you the multi options, not only these three clouds. Right? Just observe here. Okay, it will support many clouds, right? Many clouds and components as well. Right? AWS, Azure, Google, Kubernetes, Alibaba, right? Different clouds and different components as well. Here you can observe different areas as well. Okay, next. We can discuss this chapter in the DevOps area. It's- okay. Next steps. So, suppose if you are creating any resources, right? Like in Azure, you can use ARM template. Currently, we are saying that. Just observe this scenario. Here you can observe the scenario. Just observe the scenario. No? This is the resource group. Whatever structure currently we extract, right? Same thing only. Under one resource group, some structure by using template, ARM template, we are trying to create. Right? We are trying to create different scenarios. Any scenarios we can create. Okay. Now let us try to understand what are the different terms we need to use in the ARM templates, right? What are the different metrics we need to follow? Let us try to understand, right? While using ARM templates. This is structure we need to follow. This is the template. This is an entire structure with Azure DevOps, right? While using DevOps, we can use these scenarios as well, right? So if you want to automate, right, we need to use Azure DevOps CI/CD pipeline or Jenkins CI/CD pipeline, whatever pipelines you are using that. In that we can use this pipeline and we can create or whatever resources you need, we can create.